going to look at how we can able to find the distance between 2 or 3 given points. Here we have been asked to find the distance between the point A and the point B. So we are going to use a graph to plot the points, and then we will see the outcome here. So we are going to make our point. So we have our point right there, and we label it as A, and A was -1, -2. So we label it over there. Then we label our point B, which is 4, 5. That's the point B. And now we are joining them together over here. So we draw nicely. So this is the distance that we are looking for. This distance here that we are looking for. And we don't know it. But here we realize that this looked like a right triangle. So we can use the Pythagorean theorem that we have learned in our previous video to do that, because here it's getting 90. And be reminded that the Pythagorean was just c squared is equals to a squared plus b squared. And the c is the longest. So here we realize that the point that we are looking for becomes the longest side, which is the hypotenuse. So we can able to apply the Pythagorean. So we need the 2 leg, and then we can count the leg from here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's a 5 here, and then here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are looking for our length AB is just a square root. So when we are looking for the C, it's just a square root of A squared plus A squared plus B squared. So here is just a 5 squared plus 7 squared. 5 squared is 25, and 4 squared is 49. Put it together, we get 64. And then square root of 64 give us 8 units. Here I'm putting a unit because they didn't give us exact, but it could be anything. It could be centimeter, it could be meters. Now that we know that anytime we are looking for a distance between 2 points, we are using the Pythagorean because of we plot a graph here. We are going to represent it with a variable. Here, say if we have the first point was x1, and then the y1, and this point B here was x2 and y2 here. For us to get these distances, we realize that here is a x and here is a x here. So how we got a 5 here was just x2 minus x1. And here, how we got the 7 was just point y2 minus y1. Okay, and this length here is AB. So we can say that anytime we are looking for a distance between 2 points, it's just AB the length AB is just a square root x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. So here, this one is just x1, this is y1, this is x2, and this is y2. We're looking for the length x2, which is 4, and the formula has minus, and then another minus 1, all squared, plus 5, which is the y2, minus 2, all squared. And we know that minus become positive, so here become 4 plus 1, all squared, plus. This become plus because negative become plus, so 5 plus 2 all squared. That give us the 5 squared plus 7 squared. And we get the 8 units as we got from the other one. So now we have able to use the distance formula. And as we do more examples, we will also develop strategies that can able to help us to speed up. We have been asked to find the distance between the points 4, 8 and 3, 2. So this is the strategy that we are going to develop. We know that the distance we are going to use c squared is equals to a squared plus b squared. We just discovered that. So here, all that I'm asking you is to just join the x to the x coordinate. So here, x to the x, and here, y to the y. And now you know that you're just looking for the difference, okay, and then you square it. It doesn't matter where we start. Since the numbers here are big, you can say we are starting from this point. So we are starting here. Yeah, so for us to find that distance, it's just a square root. That's need to know. And the difference between this and this, 4 minus 3 is 1 squared. Bring your plus. 8 minus 2 is 6. 1 squared is 1. And 6 squared is 36. So here we get square root of 37, which is not a perfect square, so you can just get your calculator. Square root of 37. And that gives us 6.082. So but we are just leaving our answer in one decimal place. So it's just going to be 6.1. So here it's just 6.1 units. And you're done. We have been asked to find the length between the point 0, 0 and point B, which is 4, 3. So we are still using our C, which is square root of a squared plus b squared. And remember, become also a distance formula. So we have points A, which is 0, 0, and then B, which is 4, 3. So all that we are saying is that we are just connecting y to the y's and x to the x. Here is at the origin, so that make it really easy. So the length AB, you just find the difference between here, which is probably here we are starting at this point, or we start with the bigger ones so that it can help. Just that, and that will give us 3. So it's just 3 squared plus here 4 minus 0, which is also going to be 4. So 4 squared, 3 squared 9, 4 squared 16. That gives us 25. The square root of 25 is 5 units. Okay, we have been asked to find the length or the distance between the point A at -2, -4, and B, -8, -4. We have our formulas here. For the point A, we are connecting the y to the y and the x to the x. Here we can start from here, or they are bigger. So here we have -8. So we are starting from here. So here, start with 4 minus become positive. So here we got 8, and here we got -8. Minus become plus here, and here we get -6. So the length AB is the square root of -6 squared plus 8 squared. 6 squared is 36. 8 squared is 64. We get 100, and it's 10 units. Okay, so we have been asked to find the perimeter of the point A, which is 0, 0, and the point B, 4, 5, and point C, 2, -3. And I want us to sketch. So here is 0, 0, and here is 4, 5, and the point C, which is going to be somewhere down here, point C, 2, -3. So all that we are doing, if we connect it, we need the distance here, here, here. So for us to find this, we need the distance of A, B plus BC plus CA. This will give us the perimeter. So as here is 0, 0. So we have 0.00 here. So the distance between AB is just going to be 4 squared plus 5 squared. It's going to give us 16 plus 25. It's going to be square root of 41. And then the BC, from BC, we find the difference between x and x here, which is going to be 2. Going to be 2 squared. Then the difference between this here, since they are opposite number, it's going to be added. So it's going to be 5 plus 3, which is going to be 8. So 8 squared. We get 4 and 64, which becomes square root of 68. And then we find our CA. So the CA is just going to be only this number because the A is at the origin. So we're going to square this. So it's going to be 2 squared plus -3 squared. That gives us 4 and 9. And that's square root of 18. So therefore, the perimeter going to be square root of 41 plus square root of 68 plus square root of 13, 18.25 units. We are done. Please subscribe, like, and leave the comment. And see you in the next video.